Hi, I'm Christine McKay with Northridge Publishing, and we are so excited today because we have Jinger Adams here, the spokesperson for Provo Craft, and we have just, this past year, the most exciting thing that we've done here at Northridge is we have launched the new Cricut Magazine, and we have had such a tremendous response for it, and I just kind of wanted to ask you, what does that mean for your viewers and for the users of the Cricut machine?
Oh, I think it's absolutely huge, and you know what, we are absolutely excited about it because I think Provo Craft does a really great job of getting exciting tools and technology into the hands of crafters. But one thing I've always felt that we needed to do better at is providing more inspiration and more teaching and more tools and techniques. And so with the Cricut Magazine, it's all in there.
It is.
You're going to be able to, learn how to cut different materials with your machine. You're going to be able to do all sorts of different projects. I mean, of course, scrapbooking and card making, but home decor, fabric pieces, and I don't know, the first issue when I got it, I just poured through it and I was like, I've been doing this for 3 years now, and I found some new ideas in there, so it was exciting.
And you know what was a little embarrassing for me? I'll be honest here.
Okay.
So I'm looking through it, and there were a couple projects that I found, and I'm like, oh, that is amazing. I've got to get that cartridge. And I looked up what cartridge it was. I already had it.
You know what? That is so true, because each cartridge has over 700 unique images. And so a lot of times you'll use kind of the images that you see on top or on your overlay, and you don't necessarily see the images that are kind of behind that or some of the layers or the features. And that is such a great point.
It totally opened my eyes.
It does, because you know what? The cartridges is really, where all the artwork lays, and so that's where the inspiration comes. And for me, I think you're the same, Christine. I need to look at something. That really gets my juices flowing and like, oh, I could do that, or I could do that, or I love that image, but I would use it this way. You know what I mean?
Completely. Mm-hmm. And so I am seriously so excited about the magazine. And you can actually go, it's out now. This is our second issue. Northridge still has a few of those premier issues left, and you can just purchase those at northridgepublishing.com. But this is one magazine that the best way, I always say this to save time and money, is you can go to northridgepublishing.com and get a subscription. And it just comes right to your door. You can save on the newsstand costs. And like you said, you've already, invested in the machine and the cartridges.
Exactly, you have. And you know what, it's a big investment. And a lot of our customers out there we find have more than one machine. Maybe you have the Cricut Create machine, and maybe you also have the Cricut Cake machine. Or maybe you have the version 1, the Baby Bug, but you just bought an Imagine machine. And like we've also found that most of our consumers, we consider maybe a medium user, to have at least 30 cartridges. So that's a lot of cartridges. And the great thing about this is that all the projects inside the publication use every cartridge we've ever come out with. I mean, now we have over 250 cartridges, Christine, and this year we're coming out with at least 100 more. So it's kind of mind-blowing, and that's another good reason, though, to get the new Cricut Magazine in your hands, because you're really going to have a good resource to go back to.
Yeah, and then you're totally getting more of your money's worth from the investment that you've already made.
Exactly.
Okay, so I have to tell you a funny story, Jinger.
Okay.
So the other day, most of you probably know that Jinger does HSN. But the other day I happened to mention one of my friends. I'm like, I have a meeting, Jinger and I, we're going to go to lunch. And they're like, Jinger Adams, I love her. She's the Provo Craft girl from HSN. And so,
that is so sweet.
And she was like, get her autograph. Like, it was so cute. So what I wanted to do for a few minutes is to because I know you've got some fans out there that watch your HSN.
Oh, you know what? Provo Craft has the most dedicated, loyal, excited fans, of the product. I'm one too. I mean, I have two loves in life: shoes and cartridges. And so, a lot of people, but I get people that come up and, I think it's just the love of the product and how fun and time-saving and creative that it can make them. And I just love being part of it and love meeting everybody out there that, I travel the world doing this and doing the demonstrations, and I meet so many just fun people. It's so exciting.
So we're going to do a little game.
Okay, I love games.
We're going to play a little game for all those people out there that really want to get to know you better, okay? So we're going to do rapid fire.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you a question and just shoot it right back at me, okay?
At you. Okay.
All right. Are you a social or scrapper, or do you like to craft alone?
if I'm creating a project for a class or, anything, I do it alone because I need to think. But if I'm just doing my own stuff, like my own pictures or whatever, I have to do it with other people because I have to get ideas. I need some feedback. Like, oh, is this cute? Do you like that? Or, oh, I like what you're doing over there.
Awesome.
So yeah.
Okay. So what is your favorite scrappy treat that you have when you're creating?
Okay. My cousin and I were babysat together. My mother would work 3 days a week, and the other 2 days, her mother would work. And so for 5 days a week, my cousin and I were together. We're 6 months apart for 5 years. It was like that for 5 years. We were potty trained on M&Ms.
I love it.
Every time we'd go potty, we'd get a little package of M&Ms. And we actually were roommates in college, and it's so funny. Anytime we'd ace a test, let's go get M&Ms, anytime anything good would happen. And so, yes, I have a bowl of M&Ms always on my scrapbook desk. Always.
Okay, I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, last question.
Okay.
When you probably never get crafters, blank, but
Oh, no,
if
I
you
do.
ever get that you're just at a blank, what do you do or where do you go to find inspiration to get you going again?
Magazines.
We didn't even plan that.
Yes, absolutely, magazines. And because there hasn't been a Cricut magazine, I would, thumb through other publications, or I'd even go to Barnes and Noble sometimes and look through home decor magazines just to try to find some inspiration. And honestly, after I looked through the first issue, there were some projects in there that really did inspire me to want to go and create something similar, but put my own touch on it. So
love it.
Truth, very true.
Ginger, thank you so much for stopping
You're
by.
so
I know you're
welcome.
busy and appreciate your time. To get more great inspiration, you can check out the latest issue of the Cricut Magazine. Like I said earlier, you can either find it at your favorite retail scrapbook store, or better yet, simply go to northridgepublishing.com and get your subscription today.